Hi everyone, in this video we will learn how to model Ivy Plantar's disease max. Let's first create a sample wall element. Use line tools and split options to create boundary line. Extrude the line from the modifier option. Create a plane at the bottom as the ground surface. And now we have a 3D wall on a plane, and we can start to apply Tyfloader. Open the Tyfloader, right click and choose the VFlow preset. Click on the Grow option and remove the sphere from the Grow surface. Use the Pick option to select the 3D wall to grow IVI. Adjust the growth pattern by moving it around the wall. Now delete the sphere, it's not needed. Adjust the wall a bit for better IV plant coverage. Change the maximum age to 15, create a variation of 35%. Now choose the Shapes option in the editor and select Leaves. Change the scale of IV to see what fits better according to you and select a variation of 35%. Now do some final adjustments for the ivy coverage, and you have ivy on the walls. Thank you. Hi everyone, in this video we will learn how to create a parametric wall in 3ds Max. Let's first create a plane with dimensions 2,800 centimeters by 300 centimeters. Provide 30 segments for each of the dimensions. Using noise modifier on the plane, increase the strength to around 45 and adjust the scale to about 74. To selection option and rotate the selection plane to 90 degrees and move it to the edge. copy the selection using Alt drag and create 60 copies of the same. Now go to Modifier panel, convert the selections to add a dual spline. To attach all the selections to each other. Select all the vertices and weld them. For modifier list, select renderable spline option and take rectangular cross section. Add length of active approx 2.3 centimeter, width of about 5 centimeters. This gives you a wavy pattern, thick segments in the parametric wall. You can remove the plane bind once you're done. Thank you. Hi everyone. In this video we will learn how to download, install and use Greeble plugin in 3ds Max. Type Greeble plugin for 3ds Max. Open Plexi.com and select your Greeble version for your 3ds Max. Download the file and extract all the files from the folder. Set the DLM file from the 2024 folder because my 3ds Max is 2024 version, and copy the file to disk C. Program files, put as 3ds Max and paste it in the plugins folder. Now when you open 3ds Max you will find Greeble in the modifiers panel. Launch 3ds. And create a plane. Play Greeble from the modifiers panel and change the color to a level. Change the minimum and maximum height of the buildings. You can also change the heights of the Greeble. You can also apply Greeble to a sphere. You can change the heights of the panels and of the Greeble as well. You can also apply Greeble on top of Greeble. If we do not choose the tops, the Greeble gets applied in all the directions. But if we select the tops, Greeble gets applied to topmost surface of the previous Greeble. And that is how you can use Greeble plugin in 3ds Max. Thank you.
Hey everyone, in this video we will learn how to apply rain animation on the city block in 3ds Max. First we change the units to centimeters. First create a plane from the standard primitives. Let's give that length of 250 and a width of 250 as well. Let's maximize the viewport. I'm gonna center this plane at this moment, so I'm changing all the coordinates to 0, 0, 0. Now I'm gonna copy this plane and name it a city block plane. Now let's move the city block plane at the other side and keep it there. Now let's change the color of this plane to something dark, light purple. Let us now add the title option on this plane. Open the title editor and select the birth event option. Select the birth event and change the n to 100 and 25 and 500. Let's pick a color for the small dots, which will represent rain. Keep it as light blue and select OK. Now let's go to time configuration and change the frames per second to 25, and let's put the end time as 175. Now let's apply position icon option under the birth event and let's create a new position icon object and select the plane. The rectangular plane is our new object. Let's create another plane as the object and give it the dimensions of 250 by 250. Or maybe just change it to 200 by 200. Now let's move it up and place it over our initial rectangular plane. Let's check the animation at this moment in case the rain is not falling down. So we will select speed option and place it under our birth event and change the magnitude to 12 cm and instead of random 3D as a direction. Let's change it to along like an arrow. Now move it up and check the animation. Open the editor again, and this time, select collision. Let's pick a plane for the raindrops to collide on. Adjust the multiplier to 0.001, and then check the animation. Now the raindrops are bouncing off the lower plate. Let's change the bouncing to 7%. And add a time option too. Change the display of small dot color to light blue and select force option. Place it over the time test event and change the built-in gravity to -0.2. Check the animation at this moment. Connect the two events. The raindrops are currently falling beyond the lower base plane. Select the delete event and pick the lower plane as the selected object. Connect the second event to our third event, and now you will see that the raindrops are not falling beyond the lower plane. The drops appear too big presently, so let's change the display multiplier to 0.002. That's too small. Let's try other variants. Let's fix it to 0.75. Yes, it looks better now. Add a rate option in it. Adjust the offset to 2 and variation to 10%. Let's try Osita 4. I guess everything looks good now. We can go ahead and apply Greeble to our second plane and adjust the heights as per our requirement. This block looks good. Let me change the color of this block. Let me try tapering. This block looks good. Now place the city block on the base plane. And we have the animation of rain over the city block. Thank you.
Hi everyone, in this video we will learn how to create a perforated geosphere in 3ds Max. Let's just create a geosphere. From the standard primitive, select the geosphere option. Give the geosphere a radius of 30 centimeters. And select the base to pivot option. Let us check the hidden line display option to see the segments of the sphere. We will edit these segments to create the perforations. Now from the file list, select Turbo Smooth. And then apply Edit Poly on top of the previous modifier from the modifier list. Select the edges. Go to the Modify Selection panel on the left. At the bottom there is the option to selecting similar elements. Click on the similar option. And you'll see that all of the edges will get selected. Go to the Edit Edges panel. It shows the remove option to get rid of the selected segments. Apply Turbo Smooth from the modifier panel to the current geosphere. And again apply Edit Poly to the object. Select the triangular surfaces that need to be removed to create these perforations. Now go to massage tip on the left again and select similar from the drop down menu. Delete these selected triangle edges. Now you have geosphere with all the punctures with triangular surfaces in between. Select the geosphere and apply bevel to the object. at 5 centimeters as the beveling point and select detach option. Now select the triangular surface. Pick the adjacent triangles and select similar deform the modify selection option to delete them. Until parameter from the modifiers panel. Let's remove the remaining triangular surfaces in the similar manner. Modify selection, then similar, then delete. Now we have the exoskeleton of the initial geosphere. Change the outer amount to 1.3 in the shell parameters. Again, apply entity and point to the object. And select the surface. Do we need to apply any other option? I think so. I think we are good. Now we can move ahead and finally apply Turbo Smooth to the object. Let's increase the iterations to 5. Now all the edges are round and smooth. Let's change the color for a bit. Well, now we have our final perforated geosphere. Thank you.
Hi everyone, in this video, we will learn how to extract screen grabs from Google Earth using OrphanView in 3ds Max. The address of my project site is 2 Ballarat Road, Victoria. Make sure only the 3D buildings and the terrain option are selected in the map. I will create a new camera path here, and name this camera path as Site Area. Now draw the rectangular grid over the site. Make sure that the grid is evenly created. Do not forget to adjust the height of the camera grid. We want to capture all the surrounding building structures. First, select the option of relative to the ground, and then adjust it to 94 meters above the ground. Now we have our camera grid ready. Wait a minute, the buildings are low in the surrounding, so let's change the altitude to 60 meters. Now check if the camera movement is at proper angle and touring speed. Let's change the camera touring settings under Tools and Options menu. Under Touring, change the camera speed to minimum and let the tilt angle be set to 60. Let me change the camera range to, and then select OK. We need to run the camera once before capturing the screen grabs in OrphanView. This looks good to me. Open OrphanView, go to Options and then select Capture Setup. Under the menu, select Automatic Time Delay to 2 seconds. And under Capture Area, you can select option number 5, which is the Custom Rectangular Region or Capture. Now go to Google Earth View again and play the camera touring settings. All the screenshots will be captured by OrphanView with 2 seconds delay in each shot. This is how the screen grabs will be saved in your chosen folder. Now you can export these screen grabs to Meshroom to create a three-dimensional model. Hope that helps. Thank you. Hi everyone, in this video we will learn how to create a water body in 3ds Max. Let's create a plane, and change the length segments to 55 and width segments to 95. In the modifier panel, select the noise modifier option. Under the parameters, go to the strength section and change this parameter to 1.8 centimeters. Then change the noise scale to create small waves on the water surface. Select the fractals option and change the iteration to 6. Let's go to the noise parameter and switch on the animate noise option and adjust the frequency to get the required water animation effect. Now from the modifier panel, select Turbo Smooth modifier option and adjust the iteration. Try playing the animation a few times to achieve the desired result. Now, let's create a rectangular box around the water body. Move the water surface at the top. Now let's create a copy of the rectangle box and scale it down. Adjust the position of the smaller box. Adjust the length so that it fits the water in it. Adjust the position of the water. Now let's deepen the height of the smaller box so that it's easy for subtracting it out. Choose the Boolean modifier option from the modifier panel and subtract the inner box from the outer box. Now you have a water body container. Let's change the color of the water to blue, and let's change the color of the box to something like gray. Your water animation is ready. Thank you. Hi everyone. In this video we will learn how to edit the Greeble City block using the Paint tool in 3ds Max. Start by creating a rectangular plane and change the length segment to 40 and the width segment is 40 again. Now let's give this plane color gray. Now select the edge surfaces. In the modifier panel, select Heated Poly. And in the paint formation, select Push-Pull option. Keep the direction as original normals and change the brush size and the push and pull value to achieve the contours on the rectangular plane. You can select different strengths to achieve different contour heights. You can play around with a variety of contour settings and form elevated contours as well as dips. This is a very easy way to create an organic setting for the models that we generally work with. Now let us create a plane and provide 10 segments each to the length and the width. Apply Greeble from the modifier panel and adjust the height of the buildings. And let's switch off the widgets. Adjust the height a bit. Now we have a city block. Let's convert it to Heated Poly and try Push-Pull from Freeform option. Make sure the direction selected is so that only the heights are edited. Now let's try increasing the height of some buildings. We can change the size of the brush and change the heights. This way you can change the height of particular buildings, which you cannot achieve through Greeble alone. Let's stretch some buildings higher. You can see that it doesn't create plain roofs. Let's fix it in plan view using the Align option. Let's select the roof of the tallest one, select the roof in plan view, and choose View Align option to make the roof parallel to the plane. Let's do it with some more of the buildings. Select the roof in plan, and view Align. You can see the roofs are getting fixed now. Let me try flatten out some more roofs. This is not the most accurate way to make a precise city model, but we have normally seen that in the urban planning of cities, the city centers have taller buildings as compared to the surrounding areas. This way, even if our models are not very precisely made, we can still get an option to make changes and create a form closer to the model we would like. Since Greeble does not work like this, the push and pull option gives us a faster and easy way to make any changes that we would like. And this is how you can alternatively edit a city block, creating it through Greeble. Thank you. Hi everyone, in this video, we will be creating a parametric pergola in 3ds Max. Let's create a plane geometry. Change the length to 40 centimeters and the width to 200 centimeters. I am going to change the color of this plane. Now change the segments to 1 in the length direction and 6 in the direction of the width. Let's rotate this plane 90 degrees to the axis so that it's standing up. Create a circle and give it the radius of 80 centimeters. We will use the circle as the reference to create the form of our pergola. Change the interpolation of the circle to 100. Let's align the circle with our plane. Everything looks good. Choose OK. You will now find the plane placed parallel on the center of the circle. Move the plane to 30 centimeters in each direction. Apply Edit Poly modifier to the plane. Choose the vertices selection, and using the circle as the reference, let's try to give a curved profile to the plane. Move the points near the parallel circular periphery. You will get a slightly curved profile of this plane. Edit the points a bit. Let's try adding Turbo Smooth to the plane. Increase the interpolation. Well, we can add Turbo Smooth at the end. Let's drop it for now. To give some thickness to the plane, let's apply Shell modifier to it. Under Parameters, provide the outer amount is 1 cm. Now we have some thickness to our object. Apply Edit Poly to the object again, and this time let's change the profile of the edges. We need to add similar objects adjacent to our initial one. Therefore, we need to create straight edges so that all of them can align well. Let's straighten the edges by moving the vertices. Now let's try Array command and select Instance under Type of Object, and create more of the objects. Pipe in the 1D box. Now we have a row of these objects. Before doing anything else, select all the vertices of the objects into row and choose the Weld option under the Edit Vertices panel. The default value is fine. Now click on the tick button. Copy the entire row. I am just using Ctrl T and the controls. Rotate it so that it looks like the mirror image of the first row. Move it adjacent to the upper row. Now we get a bubble pattern in between the rows. Create another copy of this pair. Now create multiple layers so that we get a nice spread of this pattern. In the modifier panel, apply Bend tool to this entire pattern. Choose the desired angle. I would like it to have a bit more height and steeper angle. Let's give it 160 degrees of bent angle. Now we have a nice parametered pergola ready. You can further add Turbo Smooth to it and give it a more polished look. Thank you. Hi everyone. In this video we will explore Morph modifier in 3ds Max and create a dynamic parametric 3D panel. Let's open Geometry and create a two-dimensional plane. Give the plane the dimensions of 1000 cm by 1000 cm to its respective length and width options. Change the segments to 10 in each the section. Let's switch to wireframe to see the plane with its segments. I'd like to change the color to something dark. Let's give it dark pink color. Now, from the modifier panel, type and choose Editable Poly option and apply it on the plane. Choose the polygon selection and select all the polygons in the plane. Now from the polygon modeling panel, choose Generate Typology and a window appears with different skin topologies. Let's choose this skin from the options. Now you see that the square segments have transformed to the pattern the skin has. Select the new plane and apply Edit Poly modifier to it. Select all the polygon selection in the plane and select Animate option from the Edit Poly Mode heading. Now scroll down and choose the Insert option. Change the insert type to polygon and type the value of 3 cm in the Amount option and click the tick button. You can see that there is an offset of 3 cm around all the polygonal subparts. Choose Delete Mesh Modifier from the Modify panel, and this will delete the polygon surfaces from the plane. Let's see in the shaded mode. Now apply the Morpher modifier, and under the channel list select the first item. And click on Capture Current State option and name this stage of the object as Initial Stage. Go back to Edit Poly modifier, and in the Settings option under Edit Poly mode, give the thickness of centimeters to the object. Now go to the Morpher modifier, and select the second empty channel list, and scroll down to Capture Current State. Label this state as Stage 2 and click on Accept. We can change the amount of these lists, but let's do that later. Treat the sphere and give it a radius of 100 centimeters. Place it at least 150 centimeters above on the z-axis. And place it at the lower corner of our object. Now choose Volume Select modifier from the panel. Change the stack selection level to Vertex, and change the volume parameter to Mesh Object. Click on None and then select the sphere. Now this sphere will be our main editor object. Scroll down and select the Use Soft Selection option in the Soft Select panel. We can increase and decrease the value depending on the intensity of the effect that we want to create. We will come back to it again. Now, put the volume selection under the Morpher modifier and try moving the sphere. You will not see any effect on our object. Let's see that in the shaded view. So let's again go to the Volume Select modifier and down to the Soft Selection panel. Increases the value of the fall off, and you will notice the dynamic effect of the sphere on our object. Increase or decrease the fall off value depending on your choice. Now, if we move the sphere over the object, you will see the dynamic transformation of the object in response to the sphere. You will notice that the area closest to the sphere has the maximum effect. Let's enhance the visual representation of this effect. Apply Shell modifier to the object, and let's give it a depth of centimeters. I guess 30 is more prominent. Now you have a dynamic panel which you can easily further use it for your animations. Thank you.